in itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queens.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
In my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regret, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got
I've done, but I'm not the only one. In a dark place, I told some lies, but I'm not the only one. We all got secrets under the sun. In the shadows, we played the game. Now I'm standing here taking the blame. A lot of y'all was at the freak off too, so don't put it all on me. That's just the truth. I've been up and down this road trying to find my peace. Confessions of a man without a release. Oh, now, hey. In the mirror, I saw the truth hiding in plain view. I'm coming clean now, this burden to undo. We were all there dancing shadows in the night, acting wrong when we knew what was right. But deep inside, there's more you must see. In this room of mirrors, it's not just me. I walk this path with heavy chains, trying to shed those sins, erase the stains. I've seen the highs and the crushing lows, fading in the spotlight. That's how it goes. Now I'm standing here, hard on my sleeve, trying to clear the air, let the demons relieve. Every wrong turn and every mistake led me to this moment, let my soul quake. Plays a part in the shadows deep, lost in the game. These promises to keep.
Sorry, I was muted again. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake up call. So, as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all, so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. Now, with that all being said, let's get down to business. Please feel free to go ahead and get the likes up. It doesn't cost you a single thing, okay? Doesn't cost you a single thing. Now, with that all being said, hold on, give me just a second. I had to make an alteration real quick. Okay. So listen, this is real crazy. Let me give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Lulu, Jeff ATL, Vina, Junior Thorpe is here, Nessie X, We the People, Claudette, Stacy. All right, Courtney J, Desmond. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. That Crazy Beach Aries, G from the land. All right, Buckhorse DC, Priscilla, Hot Coco, Deronda. Okay, so Vince I am all the way from the UK. Also, okay, so let's get this party started. Because it's a lot of nefarious news this morning, you guys. And I just want y'all to pay attention because you heard it here first. Okay. Hey, Samantha. Okay, so you heard it here first. These allegations about Chris Brown and Sage the Gemini. Now, these two women have come forward. They made videos and all of this. It's not any lawsuits. They're not suing, but they just wanted to come forward and tell their stories. One of them says, Hannah says that she was inspired by Cassie. And she said all of these predators in the industry need to be brought down. Okay, so I'm going to share their videos because after Hannah came out, then the other young lady came out. And both of these incidents happened in the past. Hannah said hers happened 6 years ago when she was 18. She's now 26. The other young lady, hers happened a few years ago as well, around 2018. But now Hannah says that at least 13 other women have reached out to her. Okay, so with that all been said, they're calling them Chris Brown and Sage, the Gemini, they're calling them serial rapists. Okay, now I don't know if these allegations are true, but these are the allegations. So let's get into it because I have the videos. Now I had to edit them, of course,
The second one, I really had to edit it because she's a corn star with a P, and she was giving explicit detail as to what happened between her and Sage. So you'll hear some silences in between. I didn't add the beeps, but I muted some of the things that she was saying. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to start first with Hannah. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
I never thought that I would make this video, but it's time. They finally got Diddy. They finally got him. But the thing is, there's so many more men out there, just like Diddy, who are abusers, who use their fame to lure women in and abuse them. And I wanted to come on here to say that it is time to out every single abuser in the industry, every single one. They all need to be held accountable. And the thing is, I would be a hypocrite if I came on here and I was telling other women that they need to speak up if I'm unwilling to speak up. I was Chris Brown's house by his friend Sage the Gemini. Yes, I know I should have never been at Chris Brown's house in the first place. This happened when I was 18 years old. I'm 26 now, as of today, and I should have never been there. But Sage the Gemini at his house. Chris Brown friend when she was underage. She was under the influence and she was 16 years old. Were on 2 different occasions. But the thing is, all these men, all these abusers, they hang out together. Chris Brown and Sage the Gemini are. Why have I been afraid to come out all this time? You want to know? It's because right after Sage to me, he had me sign a paper saying that everything that happened was consensual. And he was my Uber drive. He got me the Uber to Chris Brown's house. And I didn't have any money. And I needed him to get me the ride back. And like I didn't know if he was gonna, I didn't know what was gonna happen if I, in that moment, I was in shock. I couldn't believe that I don't really know how to talk about this. I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that Chris Brown and Sage the Gemini are, and I think that we all of us, girls, guys, everybody who has been used by powerful people in the entertainment industry, fuck it. I don't care if I signed an NDA. I don't care if I signed this paper that said that it was consensual when it wasn't, and you fucking know that. I wonder how many fucking girls that you had signed something just like that. That is fucking diabolical. The fact that you had that paper brought out right after is so fucking sickening, and it tells me that you've done this before, that something else has happened, and there's no taking back. I already posted on Twitter, so I just feel like I have to make a video now too, and it's time for everybody, and now I can tell other people that they should speak out too. I'm not gonna say who the girl was, because that's her decision if she wants to come out and say what happened between her and Chris Brown, but she was 16 at the time. She was under the influence. I don't care anymore. I don't care, because I know the truth, and the truth is more important than anything, and I'm so fucking happy. It's time. It's time for all of you, for everybody to know who you all are. People are not going to be afraid anymore. Because they're not going to do anything. Other people who have been assaulted by him they've gone to the police, they've even sued him, and he's still walking free. When you go to the police about somebody who actually assaulted you, you have to relive your trauma over and 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 over again by telling your story to these detectives who literally just don't give a shit. You can have all the proof in the world, and a lot of times just nothing happens. And I think a big reason is probably because cops suck, and they're fucking evil pieces of shit too, and abusers protect abusers. So Yeah, our criminal justice system is completely broken. I have absolutely no faith in it. It failed me when I was actually in high school. I was actually assaulted when I was underage. Back in Texas, nothing happened. And it was honestly like a traumatizing experience in itself, just trying to hold the people accountable. So I just, like, I don't know, like, I'd rather just live my life. And the thing is, I just wanted to come on here. I want to warn people. I feel like it is the right thing to do, to let it be known who the fuck these men are, right? But I don't have any fucking money for a lawyer. I don't have the energy to, like, pursue them in that way. I don't want to fucking talk to cops. The cops have already abused me enough. And then you want me to talk to my cop abusers about another abuser? Sorry, I'm not trying to, I know my tone is getting all weird and I'm talking voices. I'm not trying to be rude or snarky or anything. I'm just like, fucking hate cops. I fucking hate cops. So, I just don't see how they would help me in this situation. They are the last people I want to relive my trauma with. So, yeah. I have a feeling that he is going to be pissed that I've revealed who he is to social media. So if he tries to come at me, I'm a lawyer up. If he tries to say, any kind of bullshit, I'll lawyer up. But I don't know. Like, I want him to be punished for what he's done. He is a serial fucking rapist who's been giving women incurable STDs. So yeah, I want him to rot behind bars. That would be amazing, actually. But I just don't know if it'll ever happen. I mean, the thing is, the whole reason I even spoke out about this in the first place is because Cassie came forward and Diddy's in jail right now. So I know that it's possible to get justice. I know that it's possible. It's just such a horrible, horrific experience talking to the police about assault. Horrible. So I commend Cassie. She's a fucking hero. She's a badass. She did everything right. She is amazing. She inspired me to come forward. I hope she inspires others. But unless there's other women that are able to come forward about Sage, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm literally just trying to focus on paying rent, you know what I mean? And figuring out like what I want to do with my life while the whole world is just burning and government's evil, police are evil, everybody's fucking evil, everybody's a predator. I'm just so done. I just wanted to come on here and just speak the truth, because there's not a lot of truth that is able to get, like, actually heard. And so thank you, everybody who has believed me. And I know there's people that are asking for evidence, but I don't know. I blocked the man on Snapchat. I don't know how to prove anything. And I don't know. Like, you can believe me if you want, and if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to. But I fucking hate the police, so fuck the police, and fuck Sage the Gemini, and fuck Chris Brown, and fuck Diddy.
All right, you all heard what she said. Now the question is there any validity to her allegations? I mean, she seems to be very hostile, not really hostile, but very angry or whatever, and seems to be experiencing low vibrational patterns of thoughts. Now that's just my assertion. And perhaps that's because of what she's gone through. I don't know. But at the end of the day, talking about the police like that's not going to get you any favors from them. Okay. Vincent M said only saying that if she's an actual victim, not a clout chaser. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she's chasing clout, but nonetheless, as I told you, there's another young woman who came out accusing Sage the Gemini. And then the young lady whom you just saw, Hannah, she says 13 other women have reached out to her since she did the video. So let's get into this next one. And this one is a doozy. Now, as I told you, had to heavily edit it because of some of the things she was saying were very graphic.
Hi, I'm Baby Gemini. Honestly, I'm only doing this because of the responses that my tweet are getting about Sage the Gemini. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it to him. I'm not afraid to say it to any of y'all. Let's be clear about that. He anally me, and I did not consent to that. Let's start there. Yes, I'm a sex worker. Ooh, yes, I'm a porn star. Back then, I was not a porn star. Back then, I was a solo content creator on Twitter with a much smaller following than I have right now, which he knew. He preys on small sex workers and girls that he thinks that no one will believe or defend. Now, first of all, this is like a 6-something-year-old story. I want to say that this was back in 2018. The reason I don't remember is because I have a terrible memory and my ADHD is bad. You guys are like, I remember the assault very, very vividly and clearly. I do not remember the exact date or time this happened. I want to say it's around 2018. I called my mom today to confirm because, you know, I tell my mother everything. And she also confirmed it was around that time. I'm not saying I don't remember the assault. Let's be fucking clear. Everyone here is a psychologist and thinks they understand how trauma works and how people are supposed to respond to trauma. If it was me, shut the fuck up. Because I would probably slap the shit out y'all in real life. Like, be for real. This man is 6'4", 200 and something pounds. I'm not that big. I'm 5'6", 120, 130. Maybe back then I was like 120 something, 130, skinny as hell. Like, be for real. Anyways, the story is he approached me on Snapchat, which is his go-to. He knows that on Snapchat, you can't keep the messages. It's a really good way to have your proof deleted. Like, he's a smart man. He knows what he's doing. Boom. He hit me up on Snapchat. Yes, I thought he was cute. Yes, handsome man. Yes, all that. I have no shame in saying any of that. I'm very open and very honest about my sexuality, my sexual explorations, like my promiscuity, all of those things. Yes. Okay? He contacted me on Snapchat. Mind you, this was not in sex worker relation, not book me, nothing. This was love bombing. This was a whole year, mind you, a whole year of getting to know me, talking to me, love bombing me, this, that, and the third, And I finally went to go see him. Mind you, he wanted me to fly myself out. I guess he's just used to girls doing whatever. I was not going to fly myself out. I wasn't going for that. So he flew me out. Cool. Mistake number one. Now, I got on Twitter back in 2018, like I said, 2018, yeah, and posted about everything he did to me. I'm going to post it here so that you guys can read it yourselves because I don't feel like reading the whole thing through. I literally talked about the situation. I didn't talk about because at the time I didn't feel like anyone believed me. I was a small creator. I was still trying to build myself. I didn't want all this that's happening right now. Everyone berating me, calling me a liar. I just didn't want to deal with it. I handled the trauma, whatever. Myself, went to therapy, got better, okay? But I did feel like it was an obligation for me to get on Twitter to make sure that the rest of the community that looked up to me, that I, was helping and shit, knew about this man. So I'm gonna post it here. You guys can read everything I said. Boom. All right, I assume you guys read what I said, so you understand that the moment that I got into the car with him, he went from being this love-bombing nice guy who was really into me, like a little controlling, but he's a celebrity, like da-da-da-da-da, to a whole different person. The vibe is completely changed. He's completely aggressive, completely dominating, and I'm not the type of person to be scared of anybody. Like, that's just not who I am. I'm not scared of nobody. He intimidated me from start to finish. Like, the entire time, just continually telling me what he could do to me, da-da-da. You guys read the post, you guys read the story, so you've seen what I said. Anyways, once I told Twitter about everything that happened, nobody cared, you know what I mean? I'm a sex worker, whatever. They wiped it under the rug, we went on our way. Now, recently, it just came up with Hannah's post. And me being who I am now and the status that I have now, I was like, fuck it. Like, yeah, I'm going to talk about it because I'm not scared and you can't do shit to me. You can't affect my bag. My fans are not going nowhere. Like, yes, I'm proud. I'm a porn star. I'm not ashamed. I don't care what any of y'all had to say. Feel me? So that's why I felt the need to speak on it right now. I did consent to fly out to Sage the Gemini. Let's be clear. I did consent to be there. He took my phone and put it in a box for 2 days, which I thought was so fucking weird. Didn't let me text nobody, only let me text my mom, was watching me text my mom like a psychopath, continually intimidating me. But cool, I did consent to be there. I did subject myself to that because I know you guys are gonna blame me for that. So yeah, I will take accountability where accountability is due. Okay, now the first day into there, like a couple hours to me being there, I got my period. That sucked. So yeah, I flew out. I did have intentions. Thought he was cute. I was talking to him for a year, but the energy changed the minute I got in the car. So I need y'all to understand something. Just because I talked to somebody for a year and I thought I knew them through the internet or whatever the fuck, and then when I meet them in person, they're different, that means I'm allowed to change how I feel about the situation. I don't give a fuck what world y'all think y'all from. I am allowed to say I'm not feeling it no more. Okay? But I was already in the situation, so I wasn't even gonna make it awkward because he gave aggressive, dominant, scary the whole time. So on the second day, the first day, he's just intimidating me the whole day. We didn't even get to the sex. The second day, mind you, I have my period, you know, okay, cool. I'm like, fuck it, let me just get out the way. Fine with that. Let's talk about consent. I'm consenting to sucking his consent to consent, right? Cool. So then it goes from sex with me. All very quick. He's strong, he moved me. I'm like, wait. He goes to like, same fucking motion, moves it, and mind you, it's and it's not little, let's be clear, and it did hurt. And I was like, ow, wait, whoa, wait, stop, wait, no. Did not stop, did not wait, did not even care, like almost didn't even acknowledge me. And he's strong, okay? Strong as fuck, big as fuck, I'm little. So now, and what am I do? I tell him stop, wait. I'm like, wait, stop, no. Like chill. Like I don't know what else I'm supposed to say at this point. Like I'm saying stop, no, like okay, whatever. I disassociate. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I disassociate. I'm just looking this way and I'm like in pain, whatever. It eventually ends. I don't know how long it is. I don't think it's that long, like whatever. He gets off me and it's like nothing even happened. I think went to fucking sleep. Next day I woke up. I went to the airport 5 hours early. I put that in the fucking thing that you guys read previously. Went to the airport 5 hours early because I just wanted to be away from it. Immediately severed contact from him. When I got home, I reached out to this girl that's one of my mentors, and she told me that she had the same exact story and I had no clue about her being held hostage in the house. All of y'all that feel as though you would have handled the situation differently, congratulations. I'm proud of you for being so tough and strong and Bayana woman, or whatever the fuck you are. For anyone who thinks I'm lying, I don't know what I would gain. I'm a bigger fucking celebrity than him at this point. I don't give a fuck about clout. I don't care. I'm baby Gemini. And for anybody who's talking about my name, bitch, I've been baby Gemini. Y'all got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna change my name and my identity for somebody. It's like you guys are not satisfied with the truth. You're only satisfied until like you feel like enough of the trauma has been explained to make you be in the shoes. Like, do you need to know how bad it hurt? Do you need to know how the tears welled in my eyes? Do you need to know what I was staring at when I was dissociating? Like, it's really fucking weird. And I'm sorry I didn't let it control my life or affect me. So yes, I said I don't have trauma because I don't. He doesn't affect me. I don't think about that shit. Only reason I've even spoken on it is because it came up on my timeline and I just felt, why not? It's time. Let's speak on the truth since the truth is out there. And a whole bunch of other girls have come forward, and I'm sure those girls are not okay. So I just really hope that everybody that watches this understands that these men may be attractive, they may have money, this and that. These people be fucking okay, and they know who they can prey on and they know what they can do, and y'all just let it happen. At the end of the day, no, I didn't go to the police. I didn't even know what the fuck to say. No, I don't have the physical evidence. It's on Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that goes into proving that somebody did this to you, especially when you're a porn star that nobody believes. So at the end of the day, I'm putting it out there for the rest of the world to know that man is a rape. Be careful when you're with him, when he's alone, and do not believe the bullshit love bombing that comes with it. And if you don't believe me, suck my
Okay, so clearly she's ticked off because people have been going in on her online saying that she's a lie. And in my opinion, people are calling her a lie because she willfully flew out there and because at the end of the day, she's a corn star with a P. Now, here's the thing. I see some people in the chat going in on her, saying they think she's lying, this, that, and the third. I don't know if she's lying or not, but what I do know is that there's 13 other women allegedly who've come out and said that Sage Bentley, I'm not Sage Bentley. Sage Bentley's one of my subscribers. That said Sage the Gemini did these things to them. Okay, and we've heard numerous allegations about Chris Brown before. That doesn't mean that he's guilty in this case about what Hannah said he did with her friend, allegedly, the 16-year-old. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. But here's the thing. You know, whether or not someone's an SEX worker, because here's the thing. I want you all to pay attention. You see, what's funny to me is people tend to have selective outrage. Now, for people who are saying she's lying or clout chasing, where is the clout coming from? How is this going to get her clout? People are going in on her. Think about what you're saying. If this was for a clout chase, who wants to be ridiculed and everyone calling them a liar and saying nasty things about them, whether some of those things are true or not? Nobody wants to deal with that. And she's not suing. Neither one of these women have filed a lawsuit. For those of you saying that it's about a bag, they're not asking for money. And possibly the statute of limitations, you know what I'm saying, wherever they're from, may even have run out. Okay. Your son said she does corn clout there. Yeah, she said that she's a corn star. Exactly. Okay, Melissa says Sage ain't even famous now. Exactly. I mean, you literally heard her say that she's more famous than he is at this point. I literally never heard of Sage Bentley until I saw the video. I'm what I keep saying Sage Bentley. Sage, if you're in the chat, I'm sorry, beloved. I mean, I literally never heard of Sage the Gemini until I saw these videos. So with that all being said, Terry Lee King said it's a double standard. People, right. You're absolutely right, Terry. You're absolutely right. Here's the thing. Tina says she's telling the truth. See, some people are looking down on her because of her line of work, which is ridiculous to me because no matter what line of work someone's in, they don't deserve for someone to take advantage of them. And even if you fly out to someone's house with the intentions of having relations with them and you get there and the energy's different and they're not who you thought they were, as she said, and they take advantage of you, you deserve justice, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that you're a liar. That doesn't mean that you're not worthy of getting justice. That doesn't mean that people should mock and ridicule you. At the end of the day, this brings me back to a story that happened. They made a movie about it with Jodie Foster. It's called The Accused. I think that was the name of it. Now, this woman was gang raped by several men in a bar with other people standing around watching. Nobody did anything to help. And at the end of the day, when she ran out of there and she called the police and went to trial and all of that, nobody cared. Nobody wanted to punish those men. You know why they didn't want to punish them? Because they said she was promiscuous. They said that she was scantily clad. At the end of the day, so you mean to tell me because somebody's walking around here scantily clad or because somebody's promiscuous or deemed to be so, that it's okay for somebody who they don't want to have relations with? It's okay for that person to force themselves on them. Let me tell you all something. You know, I go in on Sexy Red or Dusty Red and Sukiyana because of the way they carry themselves. But there was a video that I saw last year sometime with Sukiyana, and she was sitting, it looked like maybe she was at an interview, I don't know, but she was sitting at a table. And what is the rapper's name? NDL somebody, Chopper. I think that's him, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe it was him that just walked up and just grabbed her face and tried to just tongue kiss her. And she looked so shocked and appalled. And then some people were like, well, why is she, the way she carries herself? Let me tell you something. It doesn't have anything to do with how someone carries themselves. Because people who go out and grape people, they're not just doing it for sex, because they could get that from anyone who would voluntarily give it to them. It's about the power. It's about the humiliation, the intimidation. It's about the threats. Some people literally get excited, euphoric pleasure from controlling another person, from just taking over another person without the person's consent. You see, that's the mind of a rapist. You see, these nice looking men with all of this money and wealth like Diddy, they don't have to go out and force themselves on people. So you should ask yourselves, then why did they? Allegedly. But why would they do these things? It's about power and control, like I said. It's not about the act itself. So if it's not about the act itself, then you have to say that it doesn't have anything to do with the line of work they're in. It doesn't have anything to do with the way they're dressed. You see, the only reason that we could add something about their work into it. It's because people that do these things, sometimes they will go for the sex workers because they know nobody cares about them, that they're frowned upon and looked down upon in society because of the choices they've made to make their living. And so they feel like if this person said something about me, nobody's going to believe them. But this person's a hooker. This is how they think. Okay. So, with that all being said, I think we should reserve our judgments because, and let's wait and see if these other 13 or so women that have supposedly reached out to Hannah, if they too come forward. But remember, I told you all last year, after this whole Diddy debacle hit the fan, I told you all, you heard it here first, that there's going to be a whole lot more people coming out. They're going to continue to come out. And some of those people are going to be men. Okay. Some of those people are going to be men. I was the first one to say it. And now we see how it's all going down. You know, this industry is nefarious. Okay. The music industry, Hollywood, they're both nefarious. And you all know that. Okay. All of this stuff that Diddy's done, it's no shock. All of these things of which he's accused, it's no shock. Do you all know that Diddy is the reason that they created the hip hop police? Diddy is the reason they created the hip hop police. If you don't believe me, just watch.
Until my case.
So the hip hop task force would.
The hip hop task force was created to watch Sean Puffy Combs, P. Diddy, to watch the artists that was connected with P. Diddy. And then it just grew.
So if the hip hop task force was created for Diddy and the artists who were surrounding him, like Jay-Z and others, at the end of the day, that means they've had their eye on Diddy for a long time. And we already know that because let's not forget they were asking about him and Young Boys in 2011. Okay, according to the James Rosemond report, aka Jimmy Henchman, and a whole lot of other things. But hold on, let's talk about it because here's another thing. Now, they say Diddy got away with all of this stuff for decades. He remained untouchable. But now people are out to take him down. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. It could be over for Sean Diddy Combs and his seemingly bulletproof billion-dollar empire. He has a very questionable past that he's been able to control because of his power for a very long time. Now, this is what Derek Parker said. This is a detective in the NYPD Rap Intelligence Unit. Okay? They have a whole Rap Intelligence Unit. They have a hip-hop task force. They have the hip-hop police. How do you all think or feel now that we know that Diddy is allegedly the reason all of this even started? Okay, the reason it all started. But it looks to me like someone is behind this, someone who really wants to destroy his brand and take him down. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I absolutely know who it is. Okay, I know exactly who it is. And we're going to get into that on another live. So stay tuned. Now, Parker was referring to Homeland Security agents swarming Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami during the raid. The cross-country invasion was reportedly related to sex trafficking allegations. So, gotten away with things for decades. It's been pretty much an open secret. Okay, it's pretty much been an open secret. The things that Diddy has been accused of have been going on for decades, and we all know it. Now, but here's the thing. Now they're saying that there seems to be a revival of the hashtag Me Too movement. Okay, so we're going to get into that in a second. But before we do, let's talk about Usher. Because y'all were saying that Usher's account was wiped clean, that he wiped clean his Twitter account, deleting over 7,000 tweets and all of that. Usher, however, says that that's not true. Usher says that, in fact, his account was hacked. Okay? He says his account was hacked, that he didn't delete ish. Account got hacked, and damn, y'all ran with it. Okay? Y'all see that? See you tonight at Into It Don't. So he posted that yesterday after the story came out and the rumors ran rampant because everybody was talking about it, saying it's so suspicious, and especially after Justin Bieber's been thrown into the mix and people have been bringing up what happened to Justin. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if Usher's account got hacked. I mean, that's what he says, but I find it all very suspicious, Usher. Usher, I don't know if you really got hacked or if you really deleted those tweets. I think you deleted those tweets. And why do I think that Usher deleted those tweets? Because let me tell y'all something. A lot of people are deleting their tweets. Okay, a lot of people are deleting their tweets, quitting their jobs, and all sorts of things. And I find it all nefarious at the end of the day because it's all happening on the heels of Diddy's arrest. And also, Megan Fox even deleted her tweets. What's really going on here? I have a whole bunch of questions. Did Megan Fox have anything to do with it? Hold on, let's talk about it. Megan Fox joins list of celebrities deleting tweets and posts amid Diddy's arrest. So, how many of these celebrities are deleting stuff? But Usher wants us to think that somebody decided while everybody's deleting stuff that somebody decided to hack his account. I don't believe Usher. I'm sorry. I like Usher and everything, but I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Megan Fox joins the list. Actress Megan Fox has deleted all of her posts. Fans speculate it's linked to Sean Diddy Combs' recent arrest. Now, Megan has deleted all of her posts on Instagram and wiped her ex, formerly known as Twitter account, leaving fans speculating that maybe she had something to do with Diddy. Diddy is facing charges of trafficking and racketeering with allegations dating back to 2008. Now, Fox's move comes shortly after similar actions by Usher and Pink, who also deleted their post. Okay? I want you all to pay attention. Usher and Pink. Now, Usher, who lived with Diddy as a teenager, also recently deleted his post on X. In a resurfaced interview from the Howard Stern show, Usher described witnessing very curious things while living with Diddy. You all already know. I've shown you that video a couple of times. I got a chance to see some things. I don't know if I could indulge and even understand what I was looking at. Okay? Now, there is no confirmation that Megan Fox, Usher, and Diddy's arrest are all, related, but the simultaneous actions have fueled fan speculation online. Okay, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. So, everyone, please like and share. Okay, and so with that all being said, now let's go to this clip from a report that they have done on Diddy. It's going to be coming out real soon if it isn't already out. I'm not going to show the footage. I'm going to play the audio and put an overlay on the screen. Everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
We were just coming from a photo shoot and we were in the hotel room. I fall asleep on the couch because, we were just out all day. I wake up to him storming in the room and screaming, "Where is she?" They shut the door and everything just started happening. And I saw the aftermath, the bruises, the busted lip, the knots on the head. And it was really bad. Like, I don't know how any man could hurt another human being that way.
Mala says she called a doctor friend to patch the singer up. She and Cassie were too afraid to take her to hospital, let alone go to the police. Felt like you couldn't?
No, we couldn't. You think we could have done that back then? No. Absolutely not. That would not be safe for any of us.
It's terrifying to think, Marla, that you didn't feel safe actually going to an emergency room when your friend was really badly injured.
Yeah, I mean, we're not dealing with a normal person, and the person that actually did the abuse is somebody who's powerful, and that's not something we can take lightly. We were just coming from a photo shoot and we were.
Okay, so you all heard that. I find it all interesting. So she was talking about Diddy, and when she said that Diddy rushed in saying, "Where is she?" I'm assuming that he was talking about Cassie. Okay. Now I want y'all to pay attention to this because this is fresh off the press. All right, this is fresh off the press. I want y'all to pay attention. Steve Harvey joins list of celebrities deleting tweets amid Diddy arrest. Steve Harvey is the latest celebrity to delete a tweet praising Diddy following Usher and Megan Fox's deletes. Okay, here's the tweet that he supposedly deleted. Let me just share it on the screen. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Nobody wants to be associated with him. But the funny thing is, they had all this time. This has been going on since last November, almost a year. If they wanted to delete their tweets, why didn't they do it then? If they wanted to delete their social media posts about Diddy, why didn't they do it then? You know why they didn't do it then, beloveds? Because, quite frankly, they probably never thought he would be arrested and indicted. Okay, please pay attention. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Steve Harvey, my brother at Diddy, is doing a world of good for these kids. Ha! Is that what he's doing for the kids? Please pay attention. Now, you think Steve Harvey didn't hear any of the rumors that we've all been hearing for decades? Y'all think that Steve Harvey never heard of any of those outlandish, nefarious, alleged parties? You think he's never been to one? Let me continue. And so it goes on to say that Steve Harvey deleted his tweet. Now, this move follows a wave of celebrities distancing themselves from Diddy after his recent arrest on charges of trafficking, racketeering, and other crimes. Okay, and there's been a whole lot of controversy. Now, Diddy's legal troubles stem from multiple lawsuits, including one from his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, accusing him of physical abuse and orchestrating drug-fueled sex parties known as freak-offs. Federal investigators continue to examine these claims, and more high-profile individuals are taking precautionary steps, okay, to avoid being linked to Diddy. Steve Harvey and Usher and Fox have not commented directly on the reasons for deleting their social media post. However, Harvey's decision mirrors similar actions from other celebrities as the fallout from Diddy's case continues to unfold. Well, Usher has in fact spoken out, and he said that he didn't do it, that it was hacked. I don't believe you, Usher. Like I said, I don't believe you. But so with that all being said, I just want you all to pay attention because this is all real nefarious. Trisha says, of course he is. He has people dependent on him. Lori has a story I want to hear. You all are something else. Okay, so likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now, with that all being said, let's talk about how they said the Me Too movement. This is the second coming of the Me Too movement, they say. Second coming of hashtag Me Too, because they say that Pelicots, P. Diddy, and Al Fayed, the women are all finally speaking out on them. Now you may be asking, who are these other people? Well, let's get into it. Okay, they say, I can't remember how we got into the subject, but for some reason, a few months ago, I found myself in a heated debate at the pub with two men that I just met. We were talking about how Harvey Weinstein's conviction for rape had been overturned by New York's highest court. One of the men was arguing that it made sense given how long ago some of the alleged assaults took place. Why would anyone come forward with a random case or claim so many years after it happened, he asked. It just doesn't add up. Actually, it does add up. According to the charity Great Crisis, around 5 out of 6 women who are raped do not report it at all, let alone years after it happens. There are a myriad of reasons for this, and I was reminded of all of them this week when a new stream of allegations dating back decades emerged against yet another powerful man. So I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this report. Okay, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
And recruiting at least 50 strangers to rape his own wife, has admitted his crimes. In the Paris courtroom, 71-year-old Dominique Pellicot begged forgiveness of his family. He said, I'm a rapist like the others in this room. His now ex-wife has waived anonymity to ensure public shaming of all her attackers.
Flanked by her lawyers, Giselle Pellicot arrives at court. The 72-year-old attending trial as her husband takes the stand following delays due to issues with his health. On Tuesday, Dominique Pellicot admitted to the charges against him in their entirety, adding he was a rapist like all the others in the room. He asked his wife, children, and grandchildren to accept his apologies. The 71-year-old said he regretted what he did, asked for forgiveness while acknowledging his actions were unforgivable. Dominique Pellicot is standing trial alongside 50 other men between the ages of 26 and 73. He's accused of orchestrating the rape of his wife by strangers after drugging her over the span of 9 years. Some of the defendants said they believe Giselle Pellico was pretending to be asleep and had in fact consented to sex, although that assertion is likely disputed after Tuesday's testimony. Dominique Pellico's lawyer, meanwhile, says more details about her client will emerge.
He was raped at the Chateauroux Hospital when he was 9 years old. He was present at a gang rape where others wanted him to participate when he was 14 years old. And he witnessed some scenes of sexual violence between his parents that he shouldn't have seen because a 14-year-old kid mustn't see that kind of thing.
Mm-mm. Okay. Now I want you all to pay attention. Now this, how many people did they say were in the court that were accused of the same thing? Like 20? This is all crazy. And if you listen to the allegations levied against them, or him specifically, Pellico, it sounds so much like what they say Diddy did. Saying that he had other people doing this to his own wife and that she was given drugs and so she was passed out. Isn't that what Diddy was doing to Cassie allegedly? This is all some sick stuff. Now, so it goes on to say, since the allegations first emerged on Thursday, more have come to light as it is unfortunately all too typical of these sort of things. And despite what the stranger in the pub seemed to think, I suspect that they will only keep coming. More allegations, that is. Because as we know all too well from what happened after those initial allegations against Weinstein, when they first emerged in 2017, once the floodgates have opened, it's an invitation for other survivors, a signal that it's safe for you to now speak out and say, me too. It seems, however, that we've learned very little from that reckoning, which brings me back to the reasons why the survivors might not come forward until years later, if at all. It's fear of retribution. That's the biggest one, particularly if, like Fayed, the alleged perpetrator is in a position of direct professional power over you. Then there's the shame, blaming yourself for your actions or your rapist in the way that all survivors, particularly women, have been conditioned to think. I drank too much. I shouldn't have said that. I was asking for it, and so on. Like the girl Hannah said that, yeah, I know, I shouldn't have been there. That's what she said. Finally, there's the fear of not being believed and the overwhelming responsibility of dealing with a seismic physical and psychological trauma that society will tell you isn't even real. Reporting this incident is also far from easy. By the way, as I've written about before in these pages, nearly 70% of the victims drop out of investigations halfway through, midway. Now, with this latest spate of allegations on top of Diddy's impending sex trafficking case, the star has been accused of kidnapping, drugging, and coercing women into sexual activities. The mass rapes committed by Dominique Pellico and his many other alleged rapist friends, and every allegation of sexual violence leveled against Andrew Tate, it's hard not to despair and ask if the hashtag #MeToo movement ever even happened at all. Now, of course it did. And I suspect none of this would have come to light had it not been for hashtag me too, even if it might feel like things are not or regressing. But the thing that inches me away is that I know there are so many more stories like this that we still don't even know about. That there are still so many rapists who are walking freely among us. And not just because fewer than 3 to 100 rapes recorded by police between April of 2023 and March of 2024 resulted in someone being charged in that same year. It's because survivors will never come forward unless they feel that it's safe to do so. And the sad truth is that it almost never is. The Independent is the world's, oh, I'm sorry, that's something else. So, with that all being said, it's really sad that you have people that are so sick. Who wants to see someone doing this to your own wife? And then he tried to make an asinine excuse and say, oh, I thought she was asleep. Or I thought she was pretending to be asleep. So that's your excuse? You thought she was pretending to be asleep and you just sat there and watched it all go down? This is all real crazy. Okay? This is all real crazy. So anyway, with that all being said, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Let's have a word from my sponsor before we continue. All right, here we go.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
All right, so there you all have it. Now, you can purchase your 12 Tribes at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts, and also at Walmart.com. Now, let's talk about this because I told you all days ago I did the report about all of these CEOs stepping down. Do you all know there's even more people that are still stepping down? What is going on here? Now, when you start seeing all of these people stepping down, people deleting posts on social media, all of these different celebrities, I'm sorry, but doesn't that reek that they were involved in something nefarious, perhaps? Why would you be deleting things? You see, here's how I would look at it. First of all, if I ever had been a friend to Diddy and didn't know the things that he was doing, well, there would be nothing for me to feel bad about. I might still delete the posts, logically thinking, because I don't want to seem as if I'm showing support for this person who's clearly a whole predator, allegedly. But nonetheless, stepping down from my job, you would not step down from your whole career that you've been at for decades and years unless you think that something's about to hit the fan. Now, that's just my opinion. Okay? There's even more people, even a guy from Warner Music Japan. So you mean to tell me people all across the globe are stepping down at the very time that Diddy has been arrested? So let's get into it. Because I already reported this the other day, but Godfrey, the comedian, posted a video about it with some different names than I gave. So let's get into it. Hold on, I'm going to share my screen. Going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. This is all real crazy and definitely real scary. Okay, definitely real scary. It just goes to show the amount of power that Diddy supposedly had.
Well. A lot of stuff going down ever since P. Diddy went to jail. Speaking of slippery slopes, a lot of people are leaving their jobs. I have a list of people that are like stepping down. That's the word they use, it stepping down instead of getting the fuck out of here. Nike CEO John Donahue has stepped down. That's why Nike has the best slogan, just do it. He's like, I'm just going to do it. I'm out of here. We have CEO of Nashville, Sony Music, Randy Goodman. He's stepping down. He's like, it's Nashville, on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again and drive fast as fuck all the way down the road. Okay. CEO of Warner Music, Japan, Kaz Kobayashi. He's stepping down. He's like, it is time for me to step down. Sayonara. We have CEO of 300 Entertainment, Kevin Liles. Yeah, he's stepping down. He said it's time to pass the torch. I go, yeah, that torch fell and you burned shit up. That's what happened. And, it's very odd that Kevin Liles kind of looks like Russell Simmons. No, just look at them. They kind of have the same shaped head and smile. I know one thing, that Russell Simmons yoga class is about to be packed. I can just see it now. Good morning. How you doing? I have a very packed yoga class now. Everybody's loving yoga all of a sudden. Good morning. Thank you for joining the yoga class. Namaste. Now must go. As soon as Diddy got arrested, these CEOs are acting like Shaggy and Scooby. Zoinks! Like, wow, Scoob, Diddy's been arrested. Huh? Reddy's been arrested?
I knew I was underwater. I just didn't realize I was this underwater. If you're stressed.
Okay, so you all heard that. Absolutely insane. Okay, I just want you all to pay attention. It's absolutely crazy. Now, with that all being said, how many more of these celebrities are going to either step down, these big time people in powerful positions? Because there's even supposedly people over in the UK and Canada stepping down. I'm just saying this is all crazy as far as I'm concerned. How many people are on these freak off tapes? That's what we should be asking ourselves. How many people helped to cover for Diddy? How many people knew that these things were going on and just sat by idly? And how many of them, in fact, joined in? Okay. How many of them joined in? I have a whole lot of questions. And you see, like that video that I show you all with all those people just living it up, living their best life at Diddy's parties. No one's going to convince me that those people didn't have firsthand knowledge of what was going on. I'm not saying that all of them participated in it, but how could you be at a Diddy party and you not know what kind of person Diddy is? How could you not know that things were going on? You didn't hear any of the rumors? That's what I would like to ask them. You didn't hear any of the rumors, the allegations? You didn't know about the FBI investigating him all the way back from 2008? Okay, you knew about the incident at the club in 1999. You knew about City College. You knew about those things, but y'all didn't know about the rest of this stuff. I absolutely think that they knew. Okay, I absolutely think that these people knew, and that many of them sat idly by and didn't say a thing. And they had their own reasons for doing so. Maybe they were at the parties, knew someone who was, or maybe they were just such a fan of Diddy's they didn't want to say anything. Okay, Byron B says exactly, Queen. Thank you, beloved. All right. So with that all being said, but hold on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put that on the screen. With that all being said, let's get back into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Hold on. Okay, there is one more video I want to show you all about Diddy. And then, listen, we have absolutely got to talk about D.L. Hughley going in on Janet Jackson about Kabami Harris. Like, is he serious at this point? I mean, I find it also nefarious that he's really going in on a whole icon about Kabami Harris and then saying all these mean things about Janet Jackson. And he's not the only one, but I want you all to pay attention because we're going to get into it. But first, I want you all to look at this old video of Diddy when they asked him about his parties and who's the main person that he wants to be there.
Yeah, but who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
Yes,
right?
without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you. Cheers to that.
See you at the white party.
Yeah, but who's the person that's number one on that invitation?
Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, you all remember on that video that I showed, it's me now, Diddy's Blues. I wasn't the only one at the freak-offs, right? Y'all know that Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the people that I show in that video. And like I told you all, I initially made that video so you all would see just how many people were allegedly hanging out with Diddy, who now want to distance themselves and act like they don't even know who he is. Okay. Now, I'm just wondering when Leonardo DiCaprio is going to start deleting his posts or if he will at all. Okay. So, with that all being said, likes up. Yes, son says Leo was at the Playboy Mansion. Probably was. Nita's and Mike's World said, did y'all see Clive Davis was acting like he didn't know Diddy? Please tell me you're lying, Nita's and Mike's World. He was acting like he didn't know him. I haven't seen that, beloved, but I've got to find it. I have absolutely got to check that out. I'm going to look for it today. Okay. But so now let's talk about Janet Jackson. Hold on. Let's talk about it because people have been going in on her. Now, here's an article that just came out a few minutes ago, actually. Janet Jackson says Kamala Harris is not black, apologizes or not. Fires spokesperson. See, here's the thing. I reported to you all yesterday that Janet said that Kamala isn't black. But then they came out and said that Janet and her team issued an apology. Well, Janet said, no, I didn't. Who told y'all that? Okay. Janet said El Masri does not represent her because apparently El Masri is the one who issued the apology on Janet's behalf. And so Janet says that El Masri does not represent her and the apology statement has no connection with El Masri. El Masri told the Daily Beast that he was fired due to disagreements over this particular issue. Okay? Says that he was fired over this particular issue. It said that hold on, I'm sorry, pop-ups. Said that he was flooded with phone calls after Jackson denied the apology statement, but he maintained all support for Kamala Harris. Yeah, he doesn't want any smoke. Then goes on to say that a lot happened over Kamala Harris's ethnicity, has happened over her ethnicity since Janet Jackson said that she's not black. After this statement, an apology came from one of her spokespersons, but then the pop star claimed that she has no connection with that apology. And the spokesperson who drafted the apology said that he was fired by Janet and her brother over a disagreement on the issue of Kamala Harris's racial identity. Well, I would have fired them too. That's what you're supposed to do. I would have fired you too. If I said something and I'm standing on business, I'm standing on how I feel, and you go and issue an apology for me when I didn't ask you to, just because you may like Kabami or you thought maybe it wasn't a good look. Hey, if I didn't instruct you to do it, yeah, I would have fired you too. Now, so the fact is, Janet Jackson said Kamala Harris is not black and did not apologize for it. She said her father's white. So how's she black? Okay. Janet told The Guardian that she heard Kamala Harris was Indian and her father was white. And that's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days, but I was told that they discovered her father was white. And then they said she's echoing Trump's rhetoric. I want y'all to pay attention how everything points back to Trump. Because we all know that the truth of the matter is Trump's not the one who said she wasn't black. We are the ones who said she wasn't black. You see, but here's the thing. I want you all to really pay attention. Again, not defending Trump, but I'm making a point. And here's the point. It looks a whole lot better for the lamestream machine. It looks a whole lot better for them to paint Trump as the one who started the story. So then it looks like he's just being racist as usual. It doesn't look good when black people are saying she ain't black. It doesn't look good. They don't want to paint that narrative. They want to try to sweep that under the rug. So let's act like Trump's the one who started this. When really, no. Us African Americans, aka black people, us Negroes, we said she ain't black. Now, those of us who are obtuse think that she is, but the rest of us that are woke, we know she ain't black. Miss us with it. If your father is Irish and white or Irish and Indian, and your mother's a Brahmin Indian, I'm sorry, how are you black again? And I want you all to pay attention because I was talking to somebody the other day, and here's what the fool told me. When I challenged them on proving her blackness or lack thereof, they said to me, oh, well, she is black. Are you saying Indians aren't black? Yeah, I'm saying Indians aren't black. What are you talking about? You're talking about East Indians, right? And they said, yeah, I'm absolutely telling you they're not black. Okay? What are you talking about? West Indians are black, East Indians are not. So then they said, oh, but East Indians are dark. So how are they not black? This is what they asked me. East Indians are dark. So how are they not black? They're not black because they're not. Just because you have skin that's of a darker hue and melanin rich doesn't mean that you're black. That's just what it is. You see, if you're not an African American, because we're the ones that are deemed as being black. Do they call Africans black? They call them Africans. Do they call Haitians black? They call them Haitians. Do they call Jamaicans black? They call them Jamaicans. Now, we can say they're black because we know that, they're very close to us. But at the end of the day, they call them by their nationality. And Kabami is not Jamaican, is she? So even if we wanted to try to use that to tie her to blackness, we can't do it because she's not Jamaican. And though her father may have been born there or raised there, he is not black. There are people who live, reside, and were born in Jamaica who are not black. Okay? Just like there's people like Elon Musk and Charlize Theron, which I keep repeating and reiterating for a reason, who were born in South Africa, but they're not Africans. Okay? They're not real Africans. All right? So please knock it off, okay? For the people who just don't seem to get it. But let me continue. So JD told The Guardian that she heard Kamala Harris was Indian and her father was white. They meant Janet. I'm sorry. That's a typo. And she said that's what she was told. Well, that's what I was told, and that's what I can see. Now, Kamala Harris's father, Donald J. Harris, Donald J. Harris, sounds like Donald J. Trump. Please pay attention. Is from Jamaica, and her mother, Shamala Gopalan, was from India. She claimed to be both Black and Indian in her mixed race identity, speaking at the National Association of Black Journalists Convention in Chicago. Donald Trump said that he was not aware that Kamala Harris is Black and that she was turning into Black after the election. You see, I wish Donald Trump had never said that. I wish he had never repeated things that he's heard many of us in the Black community saying about her ethnicity or her race. Because now, as I said, they're using this to try to paint it as though he came up with this. But at the end of the day, because they don't want it to look like the Black people are going in on her, they don't want it to reflect that we collectively, most of us anyway, the smart ones amongst us, we're saying that she's not Black. She's not one of us. That's what we're saying. Okay? This is all so nefarious. OG Patrice says that's why we Blacks should stop saying we're a person of color. Exactly. I never say that. I hate when they say it, a person of color. First of all, I don't like it for reasons such as they used to call us colored. They used to call our ancestors colored. So person of color sounds like that. And then when you're talking about person of color, we know that you're really talking about Latinos, Asians and other people that are not African Americans. So don't try to lump us into that. But the reason they do is because they don't want to specifically call us who we are. Okay? At the end of the day. So with that all being said, they go on to say that Donald Trump started this and said that she was turning Black and he didn't know she was Black. And after Jackson repeated that after Janet Jackson repeated what MAGA veterans have been claiming for so long, an apology statement came from her representative, Mo El-Masri. She recognizes that her statements regarding Vice President Kamala Harris's racial identity were based on misinformation. This is what he wrote for Janet. The nerve. And let me tell you something. This just reeks of someone who feels that they're entitled to correct a Black person. Like if a Black, because he didn't even ask Janet's permission to give this statement, to issue it. But he somehow felt that he had the authority, that it was okay for him to do it. I want you all to pay attention. Says that she recognizes that her statements regarding Vice President Kamala Harris's racial identity were based on misinformation. Like she didn't know what she was talking about. Janet respects Harris's dual heritage as both Black and Indian and apologizes for any confusion caused. She values the diversity Harris represents and understands the importance of celebrating that in today's society. Janet remains committed to promoting unity and understanding. Janet said El-Masri does not represent her. And that apology that y'all just heard, that statement has no connection, okay, to her. El-Masri told the Daily Beast that he was fired due to disagreements, like I told you. Right? So that all been said, he took it upon himself to issue that, and he needs to sit down somewhere. That's what he needs to do. He needs to sit down somewhere. How are you going to sit there? Okay, 313 Thug Boss says, stop acknowledging you are a minority as well. Yeah, I don't go for that because when they say you're a minority, what's the root word? What's the root word of minority? It's minor. So when they say that you're a minority, they're really saying that you're a minor. And when they say that you're a minor, that means that you're not responsible for yourself because you're not capable of being responsible for yourself. Okay, that the government is responsible for you and gets to tell you what to do and control you when you say you're a minority, which is a minor. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention, honey, because the tricks they use with these words in the English language is all nefarious. And y'all know that because y'all already know because I have done videos about the power of words. Okay, so please pay attention. All right. So Shirley Miles says D.L. Hughley he gets money from the Democrats. He would throw his own mama under the bus just to get some money. I believe it. I absolutely believe that he's getting paid. I believe him, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, Roland Swollen Martin. I think they're all getting paid. Now, I can't substantiate that, but that's just my opinion. And I absolutely believe it to be true because they're going hard in the paints. Okay. They're going hard in the paint. Y'all get the likes up, please. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to find something real So with that all being said, I was trying to see if there was any more updates, but you all remember. Now, Kabami Harris, I played for you all the audio or the video, actually played the video the other day of the woman who basically said that Kamala had her arrested. Her daughter was handicapped. Her daughter was very sick. Okay, you all heard that, and hold on, Kamala Harris being hit for eight. Hold on, here's some more information about Kabami. So let's get into it. It's nothing I love better than somebody going in on Kabami with facts. Hold on, let's get into it. Kamala Harris hits for being vague, dodging questions. They say she owes us these answers. Okay, so with that all being said, let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. Going to share my screen. Hold on. Also, there's information on the shooter that tried to take out Donald J. Trump, not Harris. Hold on. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. I'm sending this to my email so I can share this with you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to go to what they're saying about Kabami. Likes up, everyone, please like and share, honey. It's all going down. It is all going down, beloveds. Please pay attention. Kabami's getting called out on all fronts, and I love it.
Pressed Vice President Kamala Harris on policy. Journalists today at the NAPJ pressed Vice President Kamala Harris on policies from guns to the war in Gaza, but many of her answers lacked specifics, and some Democrats, like Hillary Clinton, told Kara Swisher that that's perfectly fine.
I'm not sure I agreed with her when she said it, but it was interesting for her to say it because I think she was talking strategically, politically, is that she doesn't have to say too much. I think probably most people agree they should say more because, as Audie Cornish of this network said, a lot of people are Kamala curious. And if you look at the statistics, I think Kirsten talked about them last night, Kristen did, that people want to know more from Kamala Harris.
This is at the heart of what voters want to know about her. She should have something that is really quick and understandable. And that wasn't really it.
She has to do three things. I agree. Actually, there's one other thing. Answer the question. She got the same question at the debate. And you know what else? When I went back and watched the debate again, every single policy question she got at the debate, she totally ignored and never answered it. Why is it that she believes she does not have to answer to journalists who are asking pretty basic questions?
Says they were asking pretty basic questions, but she couldn't just give a straight answer. And that's what she never does. I want you all to pay attention because she just can't help herself, it seems. Okay? She just can't seem to help herself. Now, here's what they say. Vice President Kamala Harris has been criticized for avoiding specifics and dodging the questions. Well, we know that she does that because she gives us the word salad with no dressing. Okay? And so goes on to say that she's done this in the wake of multiple interviews that she's done this week as media pundits demand that she actually give us some answers. Okay? And they go on to go in on her about how she couldn't answer or wouldn't answer a single question, and people could see that. They said she's an artless dodger. Okay, and let me just tell you all something. You see, here's what Kabami does. Now, here's what Kabami does. She's very good at giving the word salad, and the reason she does so is because she does it for such a lengthy amount of time, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time, mind you, but she does it for like 2 or 3 minutes. And so with that all being said, what she's doing is she's getting the interviewer caught up with what she's saying, so focused on what she's saying that sometimes they likely forget the question that they asked in the first place because it doesn't have any damn thing to do with what she's now saying. Kamala Harris, could you please tell us how you're going to fix the economy? When I was a little girl growing up in India, before my mom moved to Canada, of course, when I was about 8. But, my dad's Jamaican and my mom, she worked hard, and that's what it's about. It's about working hard, people. We've got to work hard together, America. This is what we've got to do. We've got to pull in the reins. We've got to all be leaders because we need strong leaders. I've always been a leader. I was a leader when I was the Attorney General of California. I was a leader when I was a prosecutor. I've always been a leader, and we need to lead. This is what we need to do. America needs to grab it all by the reins, and we need to do what we did. You see, my grandmother used to, in fact, wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning with a bullhorn, and she'd walk through the entire village. She'd walk through the entire village telling everybody about reproductive health and how they need to be prepared to have abortions. Shut the F up. That's all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. I have had enough. But let me continue. So anyway, the Wall Street Journal's Peggy Noonan wrote, suggesting that voters now have a chance between awful and empty. No lies detected. Now, Harris spoke to journalists this week during an interview with the National Association of Black Journalists and sat down with Oprah Winfrey, who endorsed her for president at the DNC. Harris has yet to hold a formal press conference since emerging as the nominee. Now, we all know how Oprah tried to save her the other day. I played you all the footage, honey, when Oprah tried to drag her out of the hole that she put herself in with all the foolish spewing of word salad. Okay. And we didn't even have a fork or dressing. That's all I'm saying. So clearly we didn't get it. Now, she owes us these answers. It is wrong that she can't or won't answer and address them. It's disrespectful to the electorate. This is what Noonan wrote, arguing that avoiding questions on illegal immigration was political malpractice and also malfeasance, if I may say so myself. Okay? Now, the New York Times, Todd Putnam, a former White House correspondent for the outlet, wrote on Thursday that Harris could not afford to be vague. She needs to be specific. In a campaign in which Donald Trump fills our days with arrogant nonsense and dominates the national discussion, and polls show a tight race between he and Harris, okay, she's running behind Joe Biden's level of support of in 2020 with some groups. Now, the vice president can't afford to stick only to rehearsed answers and stump speeches that might not persuade voters to shape what America is talking about. This is what he says. Purdom suggested that direct answers from the vice president would go a long way with voters. Well, I'm sure they would, but she has no direct answers. All she has is word salad. Please pay attention. Writing about politicians for decades has convinced me that direct, succinct answers and explanations from Ms. Harris would go a long way, perhaps longer than she realizes, okay, toward pursuing voters that they know enough about her and that her plans, they know enough about her and her plans. And so MSNBC's Stephanie Rule and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have suggested the opposite, arguing that Harris didn't need to be specific about her policy. Since when? Since when doesn't a person who's running for the president of the United States of America not need to be specific about their plans? Now, here's the thing. If Trump were doing this, all hell would be breaking loose. The media, the mainstream machine would be going in on him. But what they're doing instead is caping for Kabami. I just want you all to pay attention. It looks like to me the fix is already in. But let me continue. Now, Clinton argued that she had more policy than anyone when she ran against Trump in 2016. She says, I gave great speeches about it. It was on our website. I wrote a book with Tim Kaine about it. We had lots of policy. And at the end of the day, that's not what caused people to vote for me or against me. I think the Harris campaign knows that. They know that you've got to, cross a threshold, which they have more than done in terms of what I think or what kind of governance you're promising. This is what Clinton said in an interview with MSNBC's Morning Joe. She sounds ridiculous. Now, and here's the thing about what Hillary Clinton is saying. The reason Hillary Clinton didn't win is because they didn't want her to win. Presidents are selected, not elected. This is the truth. This is why they have the Electoral College. Look it up. The Electoral College was created so that the masses wouldn't be able to determine and dictate who sits in the Oval Office because they don't think we're smart enough to do so. They said, what if someone came and they were suave and charismatic and they were a whole dictator and we foolishly voted for them? So this is why they make sure they're the ones who get the final say. You can go and vote and let them know who you want to be in office. But the final decision is up to them. Otherwise, why is it that Al Gore, who won the popular vote in 2000, lost to Bush? Okay, why is it that Hillary beat Trump in the popular vote, but Trump won? It was the Electoral College. So that's how this goes. Please pay attention. So it goes on to say that Kamala Harris is not running for perfect. She's running against Trump. We have two choices. And so there are some things you might not know the answer, you might not know her answer to. First of all, it's more than two choices. Okay. Did they forget about Dr. Shiva? Did they forget about Dr. Cornell West? Okay. Did they forget about Jill Stein and others? Let me continue because they're really about to tick me off. And in 2024, unlike 2016, for a lot of the American people, we know exactly what Trump will do, who he is, and what kind of threat he is to democracy. This is what Rule insisted during an appearance on Bill Maher's show. Brett Stevens, an anti-Trump New York Times journalist or columnist who has also worked or called Harris, to answer questions more directly. He said, "I don't think it's a lot to ask for her to sit down for a real interview as opposed to a puff piece in which she describes her feelings of growing up in Oakland with nice lawns." Let me tell y'all something. Hold on. Support the Arts says that's right. Hillary won the popular vote. Don't forget. Absolutely. Okay. Arjuman says someone tell Oprah she's not a thorough leader anymore. No, she absolutely isn't. Okay, Sunset Night says this is why it's important to vote the whole ticks. Okay, have to vote out those senators and judges too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Black and Silver said Dr. Shiva exposes the electoral selection. Exactly. So you know I'm telling the truth. See, I've been telling you all this for years. I was telling you all this back in 2019 about the electoral college. It's all bullshit. It's the illusion of inclusion. Okay? That's what it is. And had those foolish Trump supporters who stormed the Capitol, okay, January the 6th of 2020, had they known that, they would have known they don't have to do that. Okay, you can go storm the Capitol, you can go do whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, whomever the elite, the global elite, the 1% that rule and reside over everything on the planet, you know that they're the ones that are going to select the president. That's just my opinion. And I can't substantiate that. Let me just add that on. Okay, so with that all being said, it goes on to say that she hasn't sat down for a real interview, okay, in which she says that, I don't think it's a lot to ask for her to sit down for a real interview as opposed to a puff piece in which she describes her feelings of growing up in Oakland with nice lawns. Isn't that what she does, though? She does talk about her growing up, how her life was, her family. She talks about that a lot. She talks about that a lot in excess. It's okay to mention your family and how you grew up. It's okay to mention that briefly, but she makes it more of the meat and potatoes of her conversations during interviews. It should not be hard for Harris to demonstrate that she can give detailed answers to urgent policy questions or to express a sense beyond a few canned phrases of how she sees the American interest in a darkening world, or to articulate politics of genuine inclusion that reaches out to tens of millions of distrustful voters, or to prove that she's more than another factory settings liable Democrat whose greatest virtue, like her greatest fault, is that she won't step too far from the conventional wisdom. Now, some reports and pundits suggested that Harris lacked specifics and stuck to her script, and specifically during the NABJ interview. ABC Selena Wang said Harris did not directly answer the question or offer any policy specifics, referring to a question about the Israel-Hamas war. There are multiple times through and during this interview where Vice President Harris did not offer a specific answer. Instead, she pivoted and returned to her talking points that she wanted. This is what Wang says. Now, CNN's Abby Phillip played a clip of Harris responding to a question about whether voters were better off than they were 4 years ago. Saying, we came into the worst. Now, I want y'all to pay attention. I want you all to pay attention because I'm going to tell you what the question was again, then I'm going to tell you how Kabami responded. They asked her whether the voters were better off 4 years ago than they are now? That's a simple yes or no. That's a simple yes or no. And then you can give context to it. You can explain why. That's what I would have done. I would have said, well, yes or no. And then I would have given context as to why I gave the answer. Kabami says, we came in during the worst public health epidemic in centuries. We came in after the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. And a lot of it due in large part to the mismanagement by the former president as it relates to COVID. And obviously January the 6th. And we had then a lot of work to do to clean up the mess. As of today, we have created over 16 million new jobs, over 800,000 new manufacturing jobs. We have the lowest Black unemployment rate in generations. Now, this is what she said during the interview. Philip argued that Harris should have something quick and understandable ready in response to a question about whether voters were better off 4 years ago, adding that wasn't really it. Okay. CNN political commentator Scott Jennings argued Harris should just answer the question and pointed to some of Harris's answers during the debate. Like she just can't just answer the questions. That's so very difficult for her to do. They say every single policy question she got at the debate, she totally ignored and never answered. Why is it that she believes she does not have to answer to journalists who are asking pretty basic questions of a presidential candidate, he said. And here's the thing. When she refused to answer specifics of questions that were asked, notice how the moderators didn't give her any pushback. They didn't go in on her. They didn't do any of it, but they were fact-checking Trump for every little thing. And they didn't fact-check her not once. Now, following the interview, Politico reported on Wednesday that Harris refused to veer off script. The report said Harris evaded questions about important issues, adding that she did not break much ground or stray far from her talking points. Now, the Harris campaign did not immediately respond to a request for comment. I bet they didn't. They have nothing to say. Okay? They have absolutely nothing to say. Please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, more Diddy information. Hold on. Diddy's dirty deeds captured in real time. Feds have over 90 devices with videos and photos. Federal case against Sean Diddy Combs gathers momentum as over 50 witnesses report abuse and critical electronic evidence is confiscated. Federal agents have gathered up these witnesses and they're prepared to testify against Sean Diddy Combs in a case that has uncovered distressing tales of abuse. Now, the lineup includes individuals who claim years of mistreatment at the hands of the hip-hop mogul, along with those who say they witnessed his violent outbursts firsthand. Following his arrest in Manhattan on Monday, September the 16th, Diddy pleaded not guilty to multiple charges. Now, we already know that he got denied bail. On Wednesday, September the 18th, Judge Andrew Carter agreed with prosecutors to have Diddy remain jailed without bond. Now, prosecutors say the testimonies reveal a chilling pattern of Diddy using his wealth and influence to dominate and degrade women. Reports detail notorious events such as freak-offs, exclusive parties rife with drugs, violence, and coercion involving commercial sex workers. Witness accounts suggest the gatherings formed part of a systematic approach to exploitation extending over decades. Central to the prosecution's case is a trove of more than 90 electronic devices, cloud storage accounts, thumb drives, and surveillance system seized from Diddy's residences and his associates, including cell phones, laptops, and hard drives believed to contain damning evidence, such as videos and communication records that could substantiate the charges. These acts of physical force, of violence, are corroborated not only through victim testimony, but also through, among other things, victim communications with Diddy spanning years of the charged time period, witness testimony, including witnesses who were present during and after the freak-offs, video footage, photographs capturing victims' injuries, and law enforcement records, among other things. And this is all according to the U.S. Attorney Damian Williams, saying the same is true of the Diddy coercion. The communication communications between Diddy and multiple victims, which include communications sent as recently as this year. They capture victims' resistance to engaging in freak-offs, even in light of Diddy's abusive tactics. Diddy's years-long use of force and coercion speaks directly to dangerousness. Now, Williams said the devices capture the alleged crimes happening in real time. So they have real time footage of what Diddy was doing, allegedly. Now, as the investigation progresses, the number of people willing to step forward against him is likely to grow, potentially adding depth to the already expansive allegations against him. Okay? So there you have it, folks. There you have it. This is all crazy. King Show says the authorities are going to cherry pick what videos they're going to expose and put out. Of course they are, beloved. You already know. Okay, you already know. And so with that all being said, about damn time says, imagine if she becomes president, y'all. Made it cool for her to get away with not answering. Now imagine that attitude as president. How can you answer to the ones who put you in? People who vote, y'all stole. People who vote, y'all stole. At the end of the day, it's just real crazy to me that so many Black people are just going for this BS. Like, this is why we never get anywhere. So many Black people don't even care that she's not giving us answers. They don't care that she's not being specific. They don't care that she's just spewing word salad. They don't care. I find it interesting. Okay, M. Shanty says, Queen, did you hear something about Puffy going missing on an elevator? Guess he was found or something. No, I didn't, beloved, but thank you. Let me see if I can find that real quick. This is all nefarious. Diddy, what are you up to? Oh, all I know. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see anything about that. I don't see anything about that, beloved. But nonetheless, all I know is they better not let Diddy get out of their sight. Okay? They better not let Diddy get out of their sight. No, so with that, Swift said J-Lo's biting her nails. I'm sure she is. And speaking of J-Lo, Jaguar Wright had said something about her. Hold on, I'm glad you reminded me because I have something that Jaguar said about her. Hold on just a second. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. And again, I'm going to put an overlay up because I don't want any smoke about copyright issues. Please pay attention. Likes up, you guys. Don't forget, it doesn't cost you a thing. All right, here's what Jaguar had to say about J-Lo.
Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. Not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said nothing. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was going to take you out of the Diddy downfall? All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white.
All right. So there's that. And that is all she had to do. She got away scot-free. Okay, she got away as if she didn't do any darn thing wrong. And I find it all interesting. So with that all being said, listen to this. More Diddy information. Now, I could be doing a whole bunch of different videos, but I don't have time. I'm just going to be honest with you. I like to get all the information out, as much of it as I can in one video. Okay, so let's talk about it. Hold on. Let me make sure there's no music playing here. Hold on. This video real quick. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. This is Diddy running his mouth as usual.
Should be extra tight. Okay, we gonna have DJ Cassidy right now get on the ones and twos. We fed y'all, we gave y'all some drinks, now it's time to Enjoy life. This is a celebration of life. This is a legendary white party. It's the real white party. Make some noise if you've been here before. Okay. And to all the kids have like an hour left. So get extra comfortable, kids, because after that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all, because this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to. Okay? So, let's just start to get our groove on a little bit. In an hour, we put the kids away. It's all good. All right, DJ, let's hit it. Let's do it.
Okay, so y'all heard that. Y'all heard what Diddy said? He said the kids gonna have to get up out of there in an hour or so because some stuff is about to go down. That basically the kids are gonna want to be participating in one of these good old days. Is what they said. It's what he said. Okay, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. New video has surfaced of Sean Diddy Combs telling guests at one of his legendary white parties in the Hamptons that it was time for the kids to go home and the real partying to start. Okay, and let's not forget that I showed you all the video yesterday of Conan O'Brien when he had Diddy on there, and Diddy was explaining to him how you keep women at a party, okay, and how you lock the doors and how you have lots of alcohol and water. He said for some reason women like to drink lots of water. Maybe that's because the alcohol dehydrates them, Diddy, and all the drugs that you allegedly gave them. But I digress. So it goes on to say, the kids got to go home and the real partying is going to begin. In footage obtained exclusively, Diddy stands with a champagne glass in his hand like a dictator on his balcony as he calls in the quid pro quo for the hospitality so far extended, saying, "We fed y'all. We gave you drinks. Now it's time to enjoy life. This is a celebration of life. This is a real white party." Kids have about an hour left, then things turn into something that when you get older, this is something y'all gonna want to come to see. So let's just start to get our groove on. Put the kids away. It's all good. All right, DJ, let's do it. Look at this little cozy picture of him and J-Lo. I want y'all to pay attention. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Here we go. Y'all see that? Him and J-Lo. So anyway, here's some more pictures. I want y'all to see this and get a good look at these people. Because I'm telling y'all, some of these people were at those freak offs. Some of these people did illegal things, allegedly. Y'all see those folks? Very interesting. Now, with that all being said, here's Leonardo. Remember what Diddy said about Leonardo? That's one of his main people that's definitely going to be at the party. That's definitely got to have an invite. There he is. That's the same picture from that video that I showed at the beginning of my broadcast. Okay? And see, like I told you guys, I've been talking about a lot of this stuff before Diddy even got accused or any of that back in 2021. At the end of the day, everybody else is catching up. Please pay attention. Now, it's impossible to hear his words today without catching him with some then sinister overture to the sort of debauchery which we now see the rapper is charged with, and there's a slew of heinous crimes and held without bail on a self-deletion watch in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. Diddy's name will forever be tarnished by the images, the charges that he's now facing of assault and violence, kidnap, arson, and possession of firearms, and the revelations of the SEXual freak-offs, which allegedly lasted days and saw participants, often SEX workers, forced to rehydrate via an IV drip in their aftermath. But back in the day, there he stood, accused of running a criminal enterprise, okay, and was deemed a threat to society and justice. Celebrities clamored for an invite to Diddy's era-defining white parties held in the East Hamptons at his home between 1998 to 2009. Now, images obtained exclusively show the glittering guest and the list of who's who of movie and music industry fame, all of whom have remained conspicuously silent since the music mogul's arrest in New York earlier this week. Yeah, mum's the word. Nobody got nothing to say. Nobody's got nothing to say. Now, they have pictures of a pool, but you can't see the people standing around it. Okay, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Some of these pictures are a bit much. They got stuff going on. These parties were they had to really be something else. Because they've got these women on here. They're literally at the party with boobs out, walking around with pasties on. Sitting there looking at it. I can't show it to you though. Okay? Can't show it to you. Here's a picture that I actually can show. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. See the late Andre Harrell. There's Ashton Kutcher. We already know about him and Diddy. So among them is Jennifer Lopez, who famously dated Diddy between 1999 and 2001, and went to more than one of the parties that he instituted to cement his reputation as a latter-day Gatsby and industry mover and shaker. Now, in pictures, she's cozying up with her then beau, all smiles and kisses for the man now charged as a serial predator. Paris Hilton, too, was a regular guest who attended the first party held on September the 7th of 1998 that she described as iconic. Photos of the gatherings are like a time capsule of the late 90s, early naughty celebrity. Okay, here are some of the people who they say were there. Howard Stern, Kelly Osbourne, Aretha Franklin, Leonardo DiCaprio, Martha Stewart, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Mariah Carey and husband Nick Cannon. Okay, the then It couple, Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson, young Kim Kardashian. Anybody who was anybody was there, and proudly so. Now they say Diddy's ex Kim Porter, mother of his three of his children, who died in 2018, was also there. Now, in some shots, she sits next to Diddy, smiling with her twins, Delilah and Jesse James Combs, on her lap. There is no hint in her demeanor and appearance of the violent abuse that she allegedly suffered at Diddy's hands, which is exposed in a new memoir, in Kim's words, which published alleged entries from journals that Porter left behind. Okay, so here's Diddy and Tommy Lee, Tommy Lee, Pamela Anderson's ex. Y'all don't think these people know something? I absolutely believe that they know a whole lot. Okay, just like Ashton Kutcher said, that there's a lot I can't say. All right, please pay attention. And so anyway, with that all being said, goes on to say, likes up, everyone, please get the likes up. Goes on to say, and though there is no suggestion that the celebrities who attended the parties were involved in any of Diddy's illegal activities once the kids went home, things got wild. Now, in pictures shot at Diddy's penultimate party in 2008, scantily clad, half-naked girls covert in the swimming pool. A tangle of limbs, they pour champagne in the open mouth of the male guest. In others, two girls wearing only bikini bottoms kiss while champagne flows over their bare skin. According to a former industry insider, Tom Swoop, who has recounted his own memories of surviving Diddy's white parties, he says, first off, in my opinion, the parties were separated into tiers of access. I want y'all to pay attention. So Diddy had tiers of access. Y'all hearing this? He had tiers of access. Saying there was general admission, then a series of tiers, ending with entrance into the inner sanctum, where the real partying started. This allegedly included actual humiliating male and female guests on the promise of record deals for money. I want y'all to pay attention. Said there was promising of record deals to male and females, and there were actually humiliated. There was general admission. Okay. So some people got the regular and some people got the platinum package, apparently. Now, Swoop and others have spoken about the drugs that were present: ecstasy, Coca Cola, being snorted off all sorts of surfaces, including the bodies of other guests. All depraved. Here's another picture of the debauchery. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. This is another picture that I believe is in my video. Okay, y'all, this is all so nefarious. Clearly. Here we go again. I'm showing you all of these pictures so you can see who was all there. So if their names should come out in the court transcripts or at a later dates, or if it turns out that they were on any of the footage, don't say you didn't know. All right? About damn time said this is a whole tip drill video. Much worse, beloved. Pay attention. Now, goes on to say, now here's a picture of him and the lovely Kim and their twins, Delilah and Jesse. Here's some of the women they had there. I don't know if these are the SEX workers, but I think they are. Okay. That all being said, now it goes on to say, as an industry person, when he first attended the party, Swoop described an eye-popping reality. Speaking to Oprah in 2006, Diddy told her that the intention behind the first white party was to integrate hip-hop into the echelons of the mega rich to find an intersection of both worlds. He said, "I wanted to strip away everyone's image and put us all in the same color and on the same level." Swoop recalled that it was more of a hip hop power trip for the rapper. It was more of a power trip for the rapper. Now, at one point, finding himself in the same room as Diddy, Swoop alleges that Diddy told a young artist to perform an SEX act on his bodyguard. Interesting. In return for $100,000 and a record deal, before claiming it was a joke when the young man was on the cusp of submitting. Can you imagine how embarrassed that young man had to have been? Told him to do that to the bodyguard. He was going to give him $100,000 and a record deal. And right when the person got ready to do it, Diddy was like, "Hey, it was just a joke." How humiliating. How absolutely nefarious. This is all real crazy. I just want you all to see all of these people. Take a good look at them. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Not Russell Brand. They got Russell Brand with Diddy. I showed you all the other day a picture of Obama with Diddy. But now nobody has anything to say. Now nobody has anything to say. So Swoop recalls Diddy wielding his power with words that echo, wielding his power with words that echo the threat contained in allegations in the lengthy criminal complaint that was unsealed on Tuesday. Chillingly, Swoop claimed that Diddy told him, "I can make anybody do anything that I want because this life is what they want, and I got the keys to the castle." I want y'all to pay attention. Diddy is nefarious. Did y'all hear this? He said, "I can make anybody do anything I want because this is the life. This is the life they want. And I got the keys to the castle." Now, for his part, Swoop said that he left the party thinking, if this is what goes on behind the curtain and you're all comfortable with this, nah, I don't want this life. I don't blame you, honey. I didn't want that life either. Absolutely not. Now, there was many celebrities there who were cool with what he was doing and who he was and what he did to entertain them. It was not isolated. This is what Swope says. So you all need to think of everybody when you think of him and the access and the amount of people who were there. He said you all need to think of everybody that was at these star-studded all-white parties where they snorted Coca-Cola off of other people's bodies, topless women cavorted the pool, and little kids were told, one day y'all gonna want to be here. One day y'all gonna want to come. It's all sick. Sick behavior. So with that all been said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. Okay, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Diddy Oil at a store near you says Infamous Hicks, okay? Byron said, you beat me by 2 minutes, sis. Oh, you're talking to Queen Sam. Okay, so with that all been said, listen, I love you all to life. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Keep your notifications on. Keep your notifications on because you never know when I'm going to pop back up with some more information. Okay, so make sure you got those notifications on because I'm going in on Diddy full throttle. All right. And so listen, and Kabami too. Kabami, you're not exempt. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I forgot one thing. I forgot one thing to report on. Okay, I'm all over the place this morning because I've got my receipts all mixed up. So let's talk about it, okay? This was a letter that he wrote before the golf course plot, saying, I failed you. So the Justice Department released a chilling letter written by the would-be Trump assassin, Ryan Wesley Routh, on Monday. Now, the DOJ obtained a letter from a witness who says they received it in a box delivered to them by Routh several months prior to his attempt on Trump. Now, authorities say the witness opened the box only after hearing Routh was suspected of the attack. The box contained several handwritten letters as well as ammunition, amongst other things. One of the letters addressed, Dear World, discussed the assassination attempts. This was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I failed you, he says. I tried my best and gave it all the gumption I could muster. Okay, it was up to you. It is up to you now to finish the job. Yup. It's up to you now to finish the job, and I will offer $150,000 to whomever can complete the job. I want you all to pay attention. You see, I want you all to pay attention. This is all crazy. Hold on. Somebody said the sound went out. How long was the sound out? Put it in the chat, beloveds. I wasn't on mute. YouTube must have done it. Put it in the chat. How long was it? How long was there no sound? So I know if I need to go back. How long was there no sound? Can somebody tell me an estimation? 10 seconds? Okay, that's fine. 10 seconds. Okay. So with that all being said, very interesting here. So they go on to say, everyone across the globe, from the youngest to the oldest, know that Trump is unfit to be anything, much less a president. This is what the letter says. Okay, U.S. presidents must at bare minimum embody the moral fabric that is America and be kind, caring, and selfless in all ways. Stand up for humanity. Trump fails to understand that. Investigators say that they also found a book that Routh had authored in 2023 titled Ukraine's Unwinnable War, The Fatal Flaw of Democracy, okay, World Abandonment and the Global Citizen, Taiwan, Afghanistan, North Korea, World War III, and the End of Humanity. That's a long title. Now, in the book, Ralph stated that he must take part of the blame for the person that we elected for our next president that ended up being brainless. Because I am the man, and I'm man enough to say that I misjudged and made a terrible mistake. Okay, I made a terrible mistake. In Iran, I apologize. You are free to. He says you are free to delete Trump. That's what he says, as well as me for that error in judgment and the dismantling of the deal, according to DOJ documents. Okay, so I'm sure he's only fueling the fire to people who may have been thinking about this. Now, Ruth has been charged federally with possessing a gun with a scratched out serial number and with possessing a gun illegally as a felon, though more serious charges are likely pending. He will appear before a federal judge for a detention hearing. Now, Ralph will likely face additional charges in the coming days, which could include aggravated assault for allegedly pointing a rifle at a Secret Service agent and making threats against the former president. Okay, this is what State Attorney Dave Arenberg said. So I just want you all to pay attention. And they also say Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said in a press conference Tuesday that Florida will pursue more charges against Ralph and that his offense should merit a lifetime of imprisonment. So saying that he should get life just for even coming up with this whole nefarious plot and plan. Okay, so Queen Sam said, well, he's correct about Trump not having a moral compass. Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, to say that he needs to be more like the fabric of America and have morals. America doesn't have morals collectively. Not saying that everybody in America doesn't have morals, but what I'm saying is this country as a whole, a collective, is nefarious. Okay, let's think about all the wicked things that have done and happened here. All right, so that all been said, I'm about to conclude the broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. Okay, please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. All right, with that all being said, I will see you all later on the spiritual channel. And keep your notifications on because I will be back on here at some point today. All right. Love you all to life. Until next time, beloveds. Peace.
Yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor. Sold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me?